Doofy McButterscotch back again. It's been a little while, but back to the movie reviews. Let's finally start reviewing some of Alec Baldwin's movies, starting with not Pearl Harbor, because I've already done that. The Hunt for the Red October. Now, one of the things that I'm not a big fan of is submarine films. I don't know why I don't really like submarine films. It's not really something I can explain that easily, but for some reason I'm just not that big of a submarine movie fan. I just don't really like it that much, and I'm sure a lot of people would like The Hunt for the Red October if you're into the Jack Ryan books, but it's just one of those things where Special Agent Jack Ryan goes into a submarine and there's a terrorist in there that tries to take over the ship, or maybe I might be getting this all wrong, but I just wasn't that into it. I felt it was pretty boring, even with Sean Connery, which is surprising because I like him as an actor, but you know, just didn't work for me. Notting Hill. Now, Alec Baldwin plays a bit part. Blink and you'll miss it, so don't watch it for him. It's mainly a Hugh Grant, Julia Roberts love flick. It's about Hugh Grant, who's just this nobody. He's not really a famous guy. And Julia Roberts plays basically herself, a celebrity. And somehow it shows the unrealistic love story of how a celebrity falls in love with just a normal guy, which is totally unrealistic because that never happens. Like, when you see celebrity relationships with people that aren't famous, it starts before they get famous. Like, Tom Hanks will marry someone before he gets really famous, and then yeah, but that never happens. That's like lightning striking. You'd have a better chance of getting hit by a bolt of lightning than hooking up with a celebrity, unless you're a chick, which would be different, because if you're a chick and you're like hot, and then you can easily hook up with like a guy celebrity, but it's practically impossible for a normal guy to hook up with a celebrity girl. Anyway, I'm rambling. Next one, Mercury Rising. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan of that one. It's about this one mentally challenged kid. I don't really like watching movies about mentally challenged people. It kind of just makes me sad to watch movies like that, where the actor is actually mentally challenged, or whether they're just pretending to be. I just don't like those films. It had action vibe. The kid was supposed to have like these special abilities, like he was super smart in one area, and Alec Baldwin was the bad guy, and some other guy, I think it was Bruce Willis, trying to help the kid, Alec Baldwin trying to get the kid so he can make money off of him. But it's one of those movies. It's not really the best. You could watch it if you felt like it. It's okay. Now, Beetlejuice. Oh, that was an awesome movie. I really like that. I watched that as a kid. It's basically Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis get killed right off the bat. That's not really a spoiler. That's just how the film starts. They're both ghosts, and they're trying to scare off Winona Ryder and her family to try and help themselves out, maybe get to the afterlife. I forget the plot of it exactly, but it's a good film. It's got some laughs. It's got some good funniness in it. It's a pretty cool movie. If you have not watched Beetlejuice, you gotta watch it. It is a cult classic. It's pretty cool. Working Girl. That's a little bit different. It's got Harrison Ford in it, and it's got some other actress in it too. We'll get back to her. She's in this book, but I'm forgetting her name. The person who's I've forgotten the name of basically is a nobody, gets into the business industry and starts making it big, making a name for herself. She starts making some people jealous and she gets targeted for some stuff, and later on she proves that she is innocent, and the person who's trying to accuse her gets nailed. They lose their job or something, or humiliated or something like that. But it's okay, it's a little romantic, but it's still an alright film. The Juror, now it's a real good thriller. It's got Demi Moore in it. Alec Baldwin is again a bad guy. She basically gets forced to be a juror and convince everyone on the jury that a guilty culprit is actually innocent. So she has to hold her ground or she gets killed by Alec Baldwin. And yeah, she eventually convinces the whole jury that the bad guy is innocent, and then later on, for some reason, she has a change of heart and she gets into a battle with Alec Baldwin. I won't ruin it, but well, I will ruin it. Alec Baldwin gets killed. Big surprise. Bad guy gets killed. I mean, if you're a movie fan, you should know that bad guys just about always lose, so that's not really a spoiler. Anyway, Malice. Now that's one of those cheating scandal movies. Bill Pullman gets cheated on by Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman is cheating on Bill Pullman with Alec Baldwin, and they get into a real hot dispute. Bill Pullman gets some evidence or whatnot and really screws over Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman and Alec Baldwin start getting into it, and they get all confused and start turning against each other. And that's what, if you're into the whole sex thing in movies, those real lustful flicks, this could be one. It's got a lot of that. I don't really like watching a whole lot of that, every once in a while, but I don't like the whole film to be polluted with sex and all that. I think it ruins the whole plot and it's just obnoxious. But later on, The Shadow, now that's based on a comic book that I have never read in my life, and Alec Baldwin is the hero. He's got certain little powers. He can turn into a shadow and walk through walls, maybe. And he can do a whole bunch of other stuff. He's kind of like Batman. He's got all these gadgets, maybe. I could be telling the completely wrong story. I only know of a few superheroes. All the others kind of blend in a little bit, so don't hate me. Yeah, it's one of those superhero flicks where he goes around and does all that stuff. 1 minute left. The Edge. That's Alec Baldwin and Anthony Hopkins are on a island, and they have to fight a bear, and they eventually kill the bear. And yeah, that review is going to be real short because I am really running out of time. And Antonio Banderas will be next.